Well, hello, healthcare finance students. My name is Chris Gibbons. I'm going to be your instructor for the next 6 weeks as we delve into the world of healthcare finance. I've had many of you in the healthcare accounting course, so welcome if you are continuing on, and welcome to our new students that are coming into the class as well. All right, so a couple things with this video. I want to kind of do a quick walkthrough of the course. I like shooting these videos a couple days after the course has gone live. I see a lot of you have already checked in at this point. So we're going to be looking at some of the basics of the course and also going over this guy right here, the syllabus. So if you don't have this printed out already, pause the video and print that out because we are going to be going through some of the highlights of the syllabus. So if you don't have the syllabus, pause the video and come back. All right, well, hopefully you now have paused the video and you've got this guy all printed out. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the highlights for the syllabus. One of the things with contact information, you can contact me best through email and through text message. Okay, so please if you feel comfortable with that, feel free to text message me. It's the quickest way to get a hold of me for short order questions. If you have a long question, use the email. That works well as too. And if we need to do kind of a live discussion, we can schedule a time for that as well. I'll save you the course descriptions. We're studying healthcare finance, and the course objectives are pretty cut and dry as far as what we want to do. But what I want to emphasize to you as you go through this course is this course isn't designed to make you a healthcare finance professional. That would take many courses to do. But we do want to give you the essential knowledge that you need as an entry-level, mid-level healthcare manager about finance, because a huge chunk of your job is going to be involved in making decisions with financial information. And whether you like the bean counting, the money or not, it is a major component of what we do in healthcare, and you have to recognize it, and you have to be able to make good decisions based off of that information. And that's what we're going to be learning about, how to make good financial decisions in a healthcare operations environment. All right, so that basically encapsulates the course objectives, but feel free to read through those. The required textbook is the same one that you may have if you had the accounting course. It is the same one. We're now going to be going through the second half of that book. So it is the Healthcare Finance and Introduction to Accounting and Financial Management. Please make sure, if you don't have that textbook, make sure you order it right away. You definitely need that textbook. I will provide PDF readings for the first couple of weeks. Publishers are usually okay with that, but they get a little upset if I just copy the whole textbook. Okay, so I can usually get away with getting a few of those PDFs out for you while you're ordering your book, but I can't usually continue that without getting potentially into some legal trouble. So please make sure you order the textbook. You don't need to get a new edition if you haven't purchased it. It can be used, rented. That's fine. Just make sure you get the right edition as well. All right, so we're going to go through all this stuff. That's pretty much the normal. The assignments pretty much lean down this course in its summer form, especially because we only have 6 weeks, so it is going to seem like it's going to fly. But we keep it down to some very essential exams, not overly, or I guess assessments or homework, not making the course very overly complicated. So you'll have progress journals. We'll have a couple of those. That's a great way for us to touch base, me to figure out if we have any problems with the course, either on an individual level or all of you kind of globally are having any kind of issue with the course. I frequently make changes to courses based off of the feedback I get in progress journals, making changes to courses as we are going. So that's a great way for us to touch base. Learning activities, that's pretty much the homework of the course. And with learning activities, do your best. That's all I ask. For those of you that had accounting, you probably noticed that I don't really grade on the correct answer as much as process. So if you don't have the correct answer, that's okay. you may get nearly all the points or maybe 1 or 2 points off, even if you have a completely wrong answer, as long as I see that there was a process followed and that you were, giving it the old college try, if you will. So don't get too worried about that, but do good effort, and you'll do just fine. And I will say this a few times as you go through the course too, that you'll be using some online financial calculators. There's no need to buy a calculator for this course, but you'll be using some online financial tools. Kind of rough. I'm not sure if I call them calculators or not, but they're tools, and you'll be solving homework problems with those financial tools, those financial calculators, and all you gotta do is screenshot it. Okay, guys, I see every time I run this course, people will do these questions longhand, and I'm like, wow, that probably took you 45 minutes, well, maybe 20 minutes. If you use the calculator and you screenshotted it, maybe 3 to 5 minutes. So, you'll learn more about that as you have some of these learning activities, but make the screenshot your best friend, is what I'm going to say to you. Midterm exams, we'll have a couple of those, and we'll have one final exam in the course as well. Let's go right to the schedule. I think it shows the nice way the course is laid out. With this course, we do have 6 modules to correspond for the 6 weeks, but a little different take is that for a couple of the modules, you're going to have what I call 2 parts. So, for example, in Module 3, we're going to have a Part 3 and Part 4. And in our final Module 6, we're going to have a Part 7 and Part 8. Long story short, just do all the stuff that's in the modules. So let's take a look at the modules. We'll jump back out here. But while I'm at our new home page, this home page is where you're going to be landing. Excuse me, you're going to be landing on this page every time you enter the course. Make sure you look for additional new update videos in here. If I have something in there, watch that video, because I may be changing an assignment, eliminating assignment, or answering a sticky question or a point of confusion in these videos. So make sure you're watching any update video that you see in this area. Sometimes I'll just have a little course news blurb in there, some written text. Again, before you jump into the modules, to stop here and make sure you're fully up to date with what's going on in the course. All right, so let's take a look real quickly at kind of the layout. And again, what I just need you to do is, if you are doing everything in a given module, you know that you've had all of the work done for that given module. Let's take a look at the more complicated one. Module 3, for example, has parts 3 and 4. You're just going to go through each one of those. So for this particular week, you're going to have a midterm, you're going to have a learning activity, and you have two learning activities in a midterm. Not too terribly bad. I try to keep it down to 2 to 3 assignments due in any one particular week. Sometimes only 1. Like, for example, this week we have 2 assignments to do. So that's what I try to do, guys, is not to let you have more than 3 assignments due in any particular week. So stick to the modules. If you dig into the back side of the course, you may find some other assignments that I've archived. Don't look at those. There's no reason we're not doing those assignments. Those are not live assignments. Again, just stick to what's in the modules. All right, guys, that pretty much covers a quick run through of the course. Students typically do find the course a little challenging because I will call it number phobia. But just again, do your best. There is obviously finance. We have to talk about some financial principles. We have to play with some numbers, in this course. And there's always a really substantial chunk of students who, again, have math phobia or number phobia. Just do the best that you can with that. And I know you'll do absolutely, fine in this course. Vast majority of students that do that get A's, a couple get B's. Very rarely does a student get a C. How do you get a C in this course? Well, how you're going to see in this course is basically if I have missing assignments. So make sure that you give everything a good try. It's almost always the case that those missing assignments are what drags students down full letter grades into that C range or worse. So there you go. Again, any questions or problems, you know how to reach out to me. It's on top of the syllabus. And everybody have a great, fantastic first week in our second 6 weeks of the summer semester. So we're coming down the home stretch. And it is a pleasure having you in this course. And I think we're going to learn a lot together over the next 6 weeks. Thanks.